Good afternoon. I'm only a minute late. I was well on time, and then I decided to do like 2 things on my PC, and suddenly it was time. Hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? I was just remembering that it has been about a month since I last streamed this, so I'm gonna do a quick recap for myself, mainly because otherwise I am gonna be confused. Maya got locked in a room with someone, and that person died. And everyone, including Maya, is convinced she did it, but she didn't. As in, we believe she didn't. But there's like a little bit of like spooky stuff, some kind of like somebody took over her, but at the same time, is it then her that did it or somebody else? I don't remember exactly. But we're just gonna jump in. Oh yeah, and we had Pearl, who's adorable. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway. I thought about this a little. That's okay. I'm hoping the bread dough turns out good, though. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man... I think that's how you spell dough. I would spell it that way. Oh yeah, we did prove that there was basically reasonable doubt that it wasn't her, but we haven't, like, proven yet that it definitely wasn't her. We haven't, like, proven yet who did it then. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, she definitely didn't. Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person? Yes, Pearls. Oh, I see. I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh? And Mystic Maya looked so small and helpless. Aw. Well, Maya's already naturally short, so... And then, that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes? Ruffly... Oh, she means Francisca? She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. Oh yeah! We have Francisca von Karma, who is awesome and... a bitch at the same time. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent, all they care about is if they win. You'd hope not. That's terrible. But that's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? She's really good. There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Yeah, she looks great, but her personality is annoying. Agreed. Also, Phoenix, I feel like this is a bit reductive. Well, he might have become a good guy. Eventually. Phoenix. He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Edgeworth? Oh, grumpy Edgeworth. Oh, damn. Yeah. That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Huh? It sounds like he died. He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely and died for it. Phoenix! Oh? That's too bad. We are talking about our husband. Yeah, exactly. But he died? Wait. I feel like I missed something here. By the way, yes, what is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? Why are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. I didn't see anything. Oh, she definitely saw something. She didn't see anything, huh? Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Just when did she pick this up? I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. I feel like We are now a widower. Yeah. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? Poor us. Ah. Well, what I was doing, I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying, definitely. You can whisper it to me, I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Oh, yeah, we have the new... There's 2 locks. Oh, I forgot how to work this. We'll have to go on without the love of our life. Yes, the most dramatic of lives. Ah. I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? I'm trying to remember how that works. Is there an explanation here? No. You really won't tell me what you were doing at the time of the murder? Oh yeah, we have to present something, that's the thing. I'm sorry, but with the Magatama, I can unlock your Cyclops, right? Yes. What should I do? Should I tell you what my secret is? If you would just tell me, it would be easier for the both of us. Oh, present a stone. I'm so nervous. Pearls is holding the key to this whole case. I can feel it. Speaking of keys, this one turned out to be quite important too. I didn't think it would literally be the key to today's trial, though. Yeah, I need evidence to prove that she's lying. I mean, would the key be considered evidence? Don't remember how this works. Oh, I need to do it like this, don't I? Yeah. Pearl's alibi. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened. Yeah, I need to back out of talking. There we go. Yeah. Okay. But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes? Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? Oh god, where was she? This very much feels like Hi, Constance. I got myself already stuck because I do not remember where she was. I don't... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and find clues first. Okay. We'll come back to you, Pearl. Let's go. Ooh. Meditation room. It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today, but I guess it's already over? I don't know how I am on half health. I've not done... I think it's because of the trial. I didn't do very well in the trial last time. I was getting very nervous at the trial last time. This is why I'm scared of losing this one. I don't think I've ever been on half health before. Like, I've lost maybe 1 or 2 points before, but not half health. Let's have a look. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. Probably doesn't pay very well. A door that leads to the channeling chamber, the place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. But I guess it wasn't strong enough to withstand the phoenix. The phoenix. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh, look, here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Okay. This door leads out to the winding way. The weather outside looks really nice. Good to know. We'll go there next then. Winding way. Looks like there's no one here. And even though the weather is gorgeous today, it's raining inside my heart. Oh, Phoenix. That's the side room. Looks like guests can use it as a place to take a break when they feel tired. It's a really old urn. There are the ashes of a person long dead inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in, although that incinerator piques my curiosity. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. Oh, that's the garden again, yeah. There's gonna be something burned in the incinerator, isn't there? Okay. Maybe something in the side room? Fey Manor side room. The bedding is all laid out today too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. It's still charming to see a real sliding door like this in person. From here I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. I feel like you should also see the side of the channeling chamber from here, based on the map we just saw. I keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. It looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. Excuse me? Who am I talking to? There's no one here. Okay. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as a storage space. But here, it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There is a plate attached to the base. Kurain Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir? So does this mean it's easy to spot bears here, and for them to spot you? Gulp. Okay. So far, not more evidence on where she was. Channeling chamber. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? It looks like she's talking to a picture. Ooh. She looks... Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally, my chance has come. We'll go back to Pearl after this. Finally, my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. What in the... Who's there? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. Just curious, but that picture you were just looking at. Oh, today was that event, was it not, good sir? I heard you did well. Huh, oh, yeah, thank you. I am terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement as I had to watch over the trainees' training today. I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. All because the master can't be here with us. You understand? And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself must do this. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in this room the whole time Lotta and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterwards. You said that yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? I would like to say more did, however that is all that occurred. Ah, I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes. Could you possibly be more patronizing? So do the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course, however. And I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training? Mr. Wright! Ah, yes. Whoa, she got really scary. Real fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be addressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I mean Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir. So the master is Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She is a brilliant medium. And where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure? About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit. And after that, she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village, in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Karain village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid. I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. How has she not finished the tea? I agree. Yeah, they must be tiny sips. Talking of tea, give me a sec. We still got the folding screen. The folding screen is really showing its age. All of its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering is fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. Infinity. Kurain. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I have some fresh mint tea and I'm really enjoying it. It's gone cold a bit, but it's nice. Also, Infinity does sound amazing, I agree. I guess they're used during the channeling. There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. There wasn't anyone back here at the time of the murder. Or that's what Lotta testified in court. I knew I should have taken a look. I can always count on Lotta to make things hard. That is true. Other side of the door, meditation room, is on the other side of this very heavy looking door. The lock on it is broken, because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. Lemon sherbet tea, that sounds good. The straw in the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. That's fair. Okay, we're gonna go move back to Pearl. Although I have... Okay. I see a lemon in chat. I have no clue what to show Pearl. I don't know where she would be. Like, let's have a look at the map. Because they're asking us where she would be during the time of the murder. And I have a guess that she wasn't in the meditation room with us. But was she in the side room or in the Winding Way? When in doubt, try it all. Yeah, but it's gonna cost me points to try it. And I'm already on half health. What else could I... Oh, you mean presenting, not with the Cyclops. Okay, yes. We're just gonna go left or right. I'm sure it is helpful to you in some way, but I'm still in training, so I don't know anything about it. I'm really deeply sorry. No. It's okay. I shouldn't have shown you something so trivial anyway. I'm very sorry. This feels so weird, talking to a kid like this. Okay, again. Nope. So, you like things about spirit channeling too? The Korean sacred writings are on this folding screen. Oh, is that what's written on it? There are 6 lines to the sacred writings. Cleanse thy soul, open the door to the spiritual realm beyond, converse with the departed, cast on thyself protection, maintain the spell, release the spell. So basically this has nothing to do with the murder. Well, that's super. About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator? Ooh, the incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door in it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you going to tell my mother? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes, if she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Oh. Ah, got ya. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. There we go. We're just gonna continue presenting everything just for the sake of getting all the information we can. At least when you present something, they don't know. Oh, I've seen this knife before. Really? Where? I like it when you present them something that they are not, like, can't give you info about. It's the same thing every time, so you can just skip through it as soon as you recognize it. Really? Where? My kitchen. Oh, that's right. This knife belongs to the Fays. I'll skin and cut up some apples for you later, Mr. Nick. Okay, thanks. That's Mystic Myers! Ah, I shouldn't have shown her something this violent. Is that blood? It's nothing really. Just forget you ever saw this, okay? What was I thinking? I can't show stuff like this to a child. On second thought, showing her this picture might cause severe trauma. Okay, we're not showing her pictures then. Let's go look at the incinerator. Ooh, yes. Fey Manor Winding Way. Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Ooh, looks like they've noticed me. There's something sticking out of the incinerator. And are now running at top speed towards me. Oh yeah, we have Innie. Oh, hey. Like, you're that dentist guy. Dentist? Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Oh, like real suave. So it's like my turn? It's nice to see you, too. So, what's up? You're all out of breath. Like, huh? Oh, like, you mean... like, I'm just totally happy and, like, totally excited to be here. I forgot that's how she talks. Excited? Like, I mean, there are so many things to, like, see. It's, like, the real deal here. What was her... She was linked... College student researching parapsychology. Older sister, Mimi, died in a car accident. There we go. And Mimi is the... Yeah, there we go. Died in a car accident 1 year ago. Was Innie's older sister, nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. And then Dr. Gray is the one that died. Yes, there we go. I mean, like, there's real deal here. Oh, really? For example? For example, like, that urn over there. Do you, like, know about it? No clue. All I see is an old cracked piece of pottery. Let's talk. Is there... I am? Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. Huh? Didn't know that. And, like, it's sealed inside that urn. It's? What are you talking about? Like, you know, Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Who's that? Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Karain village. Karain channeling technique was Mystic Amy. You don't have to get upset with me. Oh! It has been put together wrong, because it says I am now. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual powers of the Faye family stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic? Huh? If that urn is really as important as she says, it could be a vital clue. Indy, I want to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Gray's, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, that's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Like, come on, what a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing. Oh, yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Karain Village. No relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Oh, yeah. No, wrong one. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like, why? You think, like, it's got something to, like, do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Oh, we got some more locks. Okay. Psyclocks. Like, what is it? Looks like I'm going to need something to pry your mouth open on this one. God. Cord accident. Cord records. Can I present that one to her? Is that gonna... Good luck with the dough. Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep? And, like, that's all I have to say about that. Interesting. Innie just asked whose accident, which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like you got someone in mind? That is the falling asleep at the wheel accident. Would this one count as the other accident? I don't think... I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Should investigate and gather some more clues. Yeah, okay. So we need proof of an other accident for her, and we need proof of where Pearl was at the time of the murder for her dad. Okay. Can we examine the urn again? So there's a spirit in this urn, huh? All I see are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in the space between the cracks? Looks like something's written on it. I am? Weird. Sacred urn added to the court record. It's chipped and cracked all over. Yeah. It's definitely been put together again or something, I think. Based on how it looks. That's right. Pearl said she found this key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Maya's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still. Clothes scrap added to the court record. And bird remains found inside the garden incinerator. Small amount of blood is on it. Ooh. So someone tried to burn this. And this key was also found in there. I get the feeling this incinerator played a crucial part in this murder. Does sound like it. Welcome back. We just found parts of Maya's costume in the incinerator. And we also need to find proof of another accident. Anywhere. Nothing new here. The game just now froze. Come on. There we go. For some reason it stopped. Okay. I don't think there's anything in here anymore. I've presented her with everything. Shall I present Innie with some stuff as well? Because I feel like... You know what? We'll present Innie with... Oh, we can also go to... Talk to Maya. There we go. Let's do that first. Dungeon Center Visitors Room. Hey, Nick. I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So, how was it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. Is it so bad that you can't even look me in the eye? I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. So how was it, today's trial, I mean? You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick? The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. Oh yeah, she was convinced she was, even though she doesn't have memory of it. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but... There wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said, too. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it... Wait, then I really am. You are not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Ooh. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... I have a wild theory. Could Mimi, Innie's big sister, still be alive? Or did Innie just use this as an excuse to get revenge on basically Mimi's murder? I want to ask you something about pearls. Pearly? What about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick. You don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute. And really great. And cute. Priorities. It feels like a wild theory. I didn't really think she was the murderer. But she's definitely hiding something. I feel like Mimi isn't actually dead, and Mimi is the murderer. But why she would fake her death before confuses me. That's why I feel like it's a wild theory, and I don't know why. But she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us. We were playing with her ball. A ball? Huh. Sounds like a dead end to me. So, about this ball. It's nothing, really, special. Just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started a channeling job that day. Pearlie really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball? Huh. When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. The clothing box? Yeah. Pearlie's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there. It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. Haha. The clothing box in the side room? Huh. Okay, so that's where Pearlie was. Is there anything else? Okay. Ooh, more stuff happening. Hi. Ah. Hey, wait, please, Lotta. She ran off into the manor. Okay. Fey Matter meditation room. Lotta. Ah. Hey. I'm telling you, quit following me, you hear? I'm a worthless piece of trash. You lay eyes on me and they'll turn to dust. Ah. I want to see inside the clothing thing. Fey Manor side room. I'm pretty sure I saw Lotta run in this direction, but it doesn't look like she's here. I have found a bowl. It's Pearl's bowl. Maya said that it's always kept in a clothing box. So then, what is it doing on the floor? Pearl's favorite toy. She was playing with this at the time of the murder, it seems. There we go. It's a clothing box where Pearl's bowl is usually kept. I wonder what's inside. Ah! Wow! We found Lotta. What were you doing in there? What were you thinking? I'm a bad person, just another piece of human trash I needed a hole to crawl into. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. I've figured something out. Definitely. Another wild theory, just because I want to throw them out there. Somebody got smuggled into the meditation room thing in this clothing box and shot the dude from behind the screen from inside the clothing box. Or something similar. And it's about 8 inches off the ground. There we go. That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. Then could this clothing box add it to the court record? Hole looks like a bullet hole. There we go. It's a clothing box. I felt my soul take off for a second when Lotta jumped out at me. So it's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, if she can be... Oh, an adult. Okay. We now definitely know what Pearl was doing. Can we? Is there anything else? No. I think we can now... Oh, wrong place. I think we can now confront Pearl, because we know where she was. She was in the side room. June 24th, Fey Manor meditation room. Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now. What person? You know, the person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. Ah, she means Lotta. She said, don't look at me with them eyes, but I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. I feel like I can present her with this now. Let's go. At least we know where she will be. Where she was. Pearl's alibi. Pearl, you have to tell me what you were doing when the murder happened, okay? But what if I can't just tell you what happened? Then I'll guess what happened. How does that sound? What? You can do that? You'll tell me if I guess something right, won't you? Yes. Now, when the murder was taking place, you were here, right? In the side room. I'm pretty smart, Pearls. I know you were right here. No, I wasn't. Huh? I'm wrong? Oh, I feel a little better. Oh, what? Oh, I feel a little warmer from embarrassment. I better try again. I thought she was in the side room. Then, well, let's go with the Winding Way, because that's the other place she could be. You were here, weren't you, Pearls? In the Winding Way. Wow, you got it. So, do you think you can tell me now? I'm sorry. Not yet. Man, oh man. Alright, what next? Okay, I think I know what you were doing there. Do you really know that much? Well, I am a lawyer, you know. Now, what was it Pearls was doing in the Winding Way? She was playing with her bowl. You were playing with this bowl, right? Ah, that's right. How did you know? Maya told me that you love to play with your bowl. Yeah, I was playing with my bowl. Uh-huh, and then? Something happened, huh? Something really bad. What do you mean, something? Nothing happened. This is it. While you were playing with your bowl, this happened. So, if she was playing with her bowl in the winding walkway thing, could she have hit over the sacred urn? Is that what happened? Because that no longer says Amy Faye. Or Amy, really. It says I am. So I'm gonna present that and just hope, because at this point... This urn, it's a village treasure, right? And the spirit of the founder of the crane technique is sealed in here, isn't it? Yes. What's this? It's cracked all over, isn't it? There's even a few gaps here and there. Please don't tease me. Pearl, you broke the sacred urn, didn't you? The bull smacked into it and knocked it over, right? And if Morgan found out, she'd get really mad, huh? She doesn't seem to be fighting back. I think I hit the bullseye this time. But it's strange that the lock hasn't broken yet. It's a really old urn, isn't it? I guess. It's so old, so it's not that weird to have a few cracks. Oh, her voice is shaking. How can you tell that urn has been broken? Because it should say Amy. It should say Amy. Amy Faye. Who started the Karain channeling technique? It was Mystic Amy. That's right. And how do you spell her name? Do you know? How do I spell her name? I don't know. It's spelled A-M-I. I thought it was a little odd when I saw I-A-M written on this urn. And that's how I knew that someone must have broken this urn and made a mistake in spelling when they put it back together. There we go. Pearly. Unlock successful. There! We got health back. We needed that. Around when Mystic Maya started the channeling on that day, I was playing in the Winding Way with my bowl. And that's when you broke the urn? Yes, I broke it. I accidentally let Mystic Amy's spirit fly away. Don't worry, Morgan will never know, okay? I'm a bad child. Breaking a village treasure is unforgivable. I thought that maybe they would make me leave the village. But the broken pieces were pretty big, so you thought you could put them back together and no one would notice. Yes. I found some glue and brought it to the hallway. She isn't bad. And fixed the urn there. The hallway? You mean Winding Way? Yes. Aww. The channeling had already started, so I didn't think anyone would walk by. I see. She deserves a hug. So about how long did it take you? It must have been a nasty repair job. Yes, I might be strong at spiritual things. But when it comes to arts and crafts, I am not nearly as skilled. When I had finished fixing the urn and looked up, I saw you coming into the manor. So that's around when Lotta and I were coming back inside after reporting the murder. When I saw that, I packed everything up in a hurry. Mr. Nick? What is it, Pearls? I'm going to get banished, aren't I? I really don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I bet Mystic Amy's happy to be free from that cramped urn. Yeah, I hope so. No harm done, and a happy resolution. Who? Sacred urn updated in the court records. Under repair in the hallway until police came. Yeah, so she was there the whole time. Not that we ever suspected her, but we know where she was, so we know where nobody else was. Ooh, new stuff. Phew, I think I found out everything I can. But I can't see how it all adds up. And is Innie Minnie being here just a coincidence? Definitely not. Hey, mister? How is it that the spirit Dr. Gray wanted to call just happened to be that nurse? And that nurse turns out to be Innie's sister? It's too... Yeah, exactly. She would have noticed anyone going that way, so... And she was there doing this, but not that engrossed that she didn't notice stuff. Well, she was engrossed enough, but she would have noticed anybody walking that way, definitely. It's too convenient. Hey, Phoenix, I'm talking to you! I wish I knew a little more about Innie, but where am I going to find info like that? Oh, I get it! You can't be bothered to look over at trash like me, is that it, Mr. High and Mighty? Ah, Lotta! Oh, so you finally noticed. I thought I heard a mosquito buzzing in my ear, although I couldn't understand a word. Well, I gotta hand it to you. You sure know how to chase down garbage. I mean, I'm grateful for you for chasing this large lump of one around like this. Dude. Thanks? But you know, you're just wasting your time. I'll be fine on my own. What are you going on about? As for following or chasing or whatever it is that is, whatever it is, isn't what you're doing? Well, you see, well, you're not exactly a real gentleman with a lady's heart, are you? You're not exactly the world's #1 charmer either, sister. She should get a hug too. Look, I'm really dang sorry about today. When I get all fired up about something, it's impossible to stop me. You hurt Maya really badly, Lotta. I don't suppose you could forgive a gal like me. I feel like we should forgive her. Well, I guess I can. You did help Maya out too, after all. For real? Yeah, for real. Ah, thank goodness. I'm still what? No, nothing at all. Just talking to myself, you know. Gibberish. Now then, Lotta Hard, at your service. I'll share with you all the dirt I've dug up. Thanks? She basically took the pictures that made it look like it was Maya, including the fact that she hid the one that showed that it wasn't Maya. So she basically tried to help frame Maya. I think, if I remember correctly. Hey, don't be all surprised. Tell you what, I'll even give you all this info for free. Lotta not taking money. Now I know this one's an alien clone. If Maya is not the real murderer, then who do you think it is, Lotta? Well, heck, ain't it obvious? It's that occult freak. You mean Innie Minnie? Well, there ain't anyone else it could be, right? That granny, you and me, we were all together that whole time. So Lotta suspects Innie, which means she might have already found some info about our mysterious Innie. Can we ask her about that? By show, like... Can we ask her about people like that? Ha, that's Innie Minnie, right? Yeah, I was wondering if you know anything about this girl. You know, actually, I did a little checking up on her the other day. Ooh, yes, okay. Her sister, she's the one that Dr. Gray wanted to call back from the spirit world. We know that by now. Yeah, I had heard as much. I had also heard that Innie was the one who introduced Dr. Gray to Crane Village. You don't say. That's one sneaky gal, if you ask me. Hey, you want me to tell you more about her? Yes, please. Tell us about Innie Minnie. Speaking of Innie, do you have any other information about her? Sure. Well, what is it? Ha ha ha. It'll cost you, and it'll cost you a lot. Dude. Oh, silly me. Here I thought free meant no money necessary. The girl was hospitalized about half a year ago. Hospitalized? But why? Well, heck, you can go find out on your own. Huh? Here, I'll give you the clinic's address. Maybe you can find out something. Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? Well, see, actually it was gonna be annoying, I reckoned, so I didn't actually go there. Ah, well, that's the way the gumbo spoils, right? Spoiled gumbo sounds, I mean, look, don't blame this on, oh, never mind. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Better go check out this hottie clinic. Is it her accent that, like... Let's go to the clinic. It might be her accident that she's, like, talking about. Hottie clinic reception. So, this is where Innie was hospitalized. So, I think one of Innie's locks is probably gonna be based on the fact that she got into an accident. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Who are you? Ah, yes. Are you a doctor here? Huh, yes. I'm Director Hottie. Ho ho. I didn't think I'd be speaking with the director himself. Yes? So what can I help you with? I'd like to ask you a few questions about Miss Innie Minnie. Miss Minnie? Miss Innie Minnie? Yes, Oh, her! Ah, it's too bad. I'll tell you something, that girl left here a long time ago. Here you are, sir. Huh? You know you shouldn't be up and about. Come on, it's back to your room with you. Ah, sweetums, calm down, calm down. Don't be so harsh to an old man like me. Don't you dare start that sweetums thing with me. If you don't behave, you'll get yourself tossed out of this hospital. Whoa, I didn't think nurses could be this direct or forceful towards their boss. I don't think he's the boss. Oh boy, I forgot about this place. Also, I agree, he has some worrying teeth. Come now, be a good boy and give me the director's white lab coat. Okay, I got it. I got it. Yes. Yes. I don't yes me. Who in the world are you? I'm Director Hottie, ho ho. The nurse went off somewhere. Oh, the inhumanity. Only person I can talk to is this guy. I don't think he is the director. So, what exactly do you treat at this clinic? Yes, we treat all sorts of doctory clinical stuff. Yes. Doctory clinical stuff? Well, I don't actually know or particularly care about the details, ho-ho. You are not the boss. Yes, what is that look for? Yes, there's a really big general hospital around the corner. Yes. When they can't accommodate everyone, they move some of their patients here, You do surgeries here, right? Yes, we do some plastic surgeries here, it seems. It seems? Yes, It seems that way. What? What do you know about Miss Innie Minnie? Now you're talking. Yes, that girl. She was transferred from the general hospital. From the general hospital to here? What kind of surgery did she need? Yes, well, she needed surgery. It was really bad, really bad. Yeah, the continuous scratching is creepy. Everything about him is creepy. So what kind was it? Yes, well, no. You see, that is something... No, I can't tell you. So you say with a happy smile on your face. Mr. Director. See, there's this thing about how doctors aren't allowed to talk about patient stuff. It's in all those TV shows too, right? You've seen him, right? Yes. I'm never going to get him to unzip those broken zipper teeth on this at his rate. There's got to be something I can show to this old coot. Oh, we can show him. Can I show him the fact that I'm an attorney? What's this? I'm a lawyer. Right now, I'm investigating a murder. Yes. What is with your angry face? Violence isn't the answer. Yes. The trial is tomorrow, and I would really like some information from you. Is that right? Well, you know, I think I can let you in on a little secret. What's that? Yes, actually, I'm not the real director. You don't say. Are you kidding? Anyone with half a fly's brain knew that. What do you mean? Do I have to explain this to him? Well, hold on. I'll give you something. Real information, okay? Huh? I'm actually like this place, Walking Dictionpedia? So you mean Walking Encyclopedia? Yeah, that's. And my specialty is in young, silky smooth hottie patients. There's nothing I don't know about them, but I get embarrassed talking about it. Yeah, how about you keep that kind of information to yourself? God, this man's a creep. Ho ho ho. Anyway, you wanted to know about Little Miss Innie Minnie, right? Little Miss Innie Minnie? That girl, I remember her especially well. Really especially very well. Then tell me. Please tell me what you know about Innie Minnie. Yes, I'll get to that. Trust me, I will. That girl, that's right, she was transferred here from the General Hospital. This was, yes, a year ago she was one of those emergency cases. What was she ill with? Ill? Nah. She was injured, not ill. There we go. With my trained eye, I could see it was a huge wound at that. A huge injury? Her whole body was wrapped around and round in bandages and her arm was in a cast. That sounds pretty severe, alright? Yes, it was an accident. They're scary, yes? Cars, yes. Car? You mean it was a traffic accident? Yeah, that's what gave her the terrible injuries. I swore it was in the papers, Yes, I looked it all up. I did. It was terrible. Yes. Dare I even ask what is wrong with this old guy? Just now, you mentioned something about a big operation. Are we talking about Innie's operation? Yes, Miss Innie's. That was one heck of an accident. Yes, her whole face was burnt like bad toast. It was bad, very bad. Was it really that bad? It was a good thing that Miss Innie had a picture of herself. I heard that picture was how they put her face back together. Picture? That girl, she had just gotten her license. So she just happened to have a license photo on her. Yes. Oh. So see, I got her picture as a way to remember her. Yes, well, more like swiped. Breach of ethics? Oh, wait. What? A pretty girl like her? I bet she has lots of pictures of herself. Oh! I think I've figured out some form of the wild theory. It was the Innie. Innie was the one that died. Minnie has been pretending to be Innie this whole time. To get revenge on the murder of her sister. Sure. And because her whole face got damaged, she got the full plastic surgery redo of her face based on a picture of her sister. It's a treasure. My treasure. Precious. What happened to the actual license itself? Who knows? I didn't bother to ask. It probably got burned up along with the car. Yes. Innie's photo of her driving license direct to Halsey's treasured possession. So you looked up information on Innie's accident, correct? Yep, sure did. Yes, I read every paper that covered it at the time. What kind of accident was it, do you remember? Yes, hold on. I'll go get it for you. The article, I mean. Huh? You have it? Well, don't get me wrong, I thought something like this might come up, so... Obsessive to the max, but I bet I could learn about how to stay on the lead from this guy. Here we go. Yes. According to this, Miss Innie was in the passenger seat. The passenger seat, huh? And dozing, or so it says. A strong jolt woke her up, and the next minute a sea of fire was all around her. Miss Innie fought with the door, finally got it to open, and somehow managed to get away. Anywho, you can read all the details in the article. Yes? Newspaper clipping 2 updated in the court record. A new clue. I should probably look this over. It's been half a year since Miss Innie had her surgery and got better. She was discharged sometime in December last year. It's already been half a year. Yes, so how was I? It was a real help, wasn't I? Yes. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, well then, I'll go be getting back to my room then. Tell Miss Innie I said hi, okay? Yes. It's time for me to leave too. Yes. Okay, it's definitely time to leave. This patient is undergoing rehabilitation, and look at that strained face twisting all those ways and that oily sweat. His whole body is swaying back and forth, wobble wobble, like it's about to fall. Yes. Hey, don't just cut into my monologue like that. I'm explaining things here. Sorry. Yes, sorry, yes, Dude, you're a creep. This is the clinic's reception desk, but it doesn't look like there's anyone at the counter. On the wall is this month's word to the wise. Do something in vain, and your only reward is tiredness. Not exactly the best thing to be telling your patients, is it? I wonder where that doorway down there leads to. Oh, that's the X-ray room. Yes. How did you know what I was thinking? Yes, well, it's because that's the X-ray room. Yes. There is something very peculiar about this guy, because I know it's not me. Good. This must be the waiting area. It's got the feeling of one, and there are sofas lined up, but I don't see all that many patients. Yes, well, it's the quality, not quantity that counts. What in the world did that have to do with anything? Well, we'll run away now. June 21st, Current Village. Hey, so how was it? Did you go to the clinic? Yeah, I found out a few things, I guess. What's the matter? You ain't looking so well. Yeah, so earlier, that old granny called the cops? The cops? Why would Morgan call the cops? She said she had something to tell him. Things are sure getting interesting. But honestly, I tell you, that granny sure got her bloomers in a knot. Well, I guess you could put it that way. It always starts out small, you know? Stealing the master's seat and controlling the village folk. And now you see what it's turned into. A murder, that's what. Yeah, what a mess. Hey, hold on. What? That stuff you were just talking about. That's the first I've heard of it. Huh? Really? Well, it's old news to everyone else in the world. Well, excuse me for not keeping up with gossip while I'm busy saving people. You said something about stealing the master's seat? Yep. Right now, the master is this medium named Misty Faye, but the one that was really supposed to be the master was that old granny. Morgan was supposed to become the master? Do you know where Innie is, Lotta? Yeah, I saw her not too long ago. She's hanging around that garden in the middle. Okay, thanks. You got something to ask her? Yeah, I've got a whole list of things only she can clear up for me. So I hear the master has always been the eldest daughter. The eldest daughter? Turns out that old Bat is Misty Faye's older sister. Oh? They say the older sister is usually the one with more spiritual power. Come to think of it, Maya said the same thing a long time ago. She warned me not to take Mia's powers lightly. Well, anyway, somehow Granny Dare lost to her younger sister Misty. I see. This made the townsfolk turn against her, so I hear. Said all sorts of things too, like, she's the oldest and yet she doesn't have the power to be the next master. Disgraceful. Whoa, I had no idea. So, what would have happened had Morgan been stronger? Maya's family would have been the Branch family, I reckon. Okay. Interesting stuff, interesting stuff. Let's go talk to Innie. Hey, like I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I think I have enough to finally unlock her secret. Like, what's with that scary look on your face? Let's go unlock your secret, bear. There. So, I'm hoping this is the moment we find out that she is indeed her sister. Please Please tell me about the traffic accident. Huh? Like, whose accident? Your sister's accident, naturally. Oh, yeah. So, like, that Dr. Gray guy made my sister fall asleep? And, like, that's all I have to say about that? Interesting. Innie just asked whose accident. Which means she must know something about another person's accident. Alright, let's change the topic then. How about you tell me about a certain other person's accident? Huh? Another person's accident? Like, you got someone in mind? Oh, whoa, so like that person had a car accident too? You can't tell me you don't know. Like, how would I know if that person, like, had an accident? Oh. Besides, like, I'm an occult fan, not an ambulance chaser like you. What? Alright, I get it. Okay, then let's see if you know about this person's accident. Huh? Oh, do we need to present... Do we need to present her profile? Purported. Yeah. I want to ask you about your own car accident. Me? Yes. So, whoa, like, how strange. I have, like, no idea what you're talking about. Okay, then. Can you, like, prove I was in, like, an accident? Yes, that's... Okay, yes, that's where we now present this one. There we go. Would you take a look at this? It's a newspaper article from 1 year ago. It says, Miss Miney holds interview about crash. Ah. You suffered a very bad injury and had to be admitted to a hospital, correct? Like, wait. What now? That's not me. Huh? I mean, like, this person has, like, the same name, but she's totally not me. My name, Innie Minnie, is, like, pretty common. Okay, in what world? What in the world are you babbling about? Your sister's name, Mimi Minnie, is in here too. Like, totally, wow. What a scary coincidence. I'm totally getting, like, goosebumps. You think I'm going to let you get away with that? So, like, now what? Like, do you have something that totally says I was hospitalized? I have a picture of you. This is your proof. Like, what's that picture supposed to mean? I got this from the hospital where you were hospitalized at. Huh? So? There was a certain patient there. He's quite a fan. As a memento of your stay, he stole this. I have to say, this photo looks like you. That creepy fake director. There we go. How are you ready... Now are you ready to tell me about the accident? Like, wait a sec. Okay, so, like, I was in an accident. Sure. But that's, like, totally not related to this murder. Actually, it is. Look at this article. It says that one of the women died, correct? And? That woman who died, who do you suppose they mean? Do you suppose the woman who died in an accident could be, and then we present her sister? I believe it was your sister, Mimi Minnie. Mimi. You were riding in your sister's car while she drove. The two of you were together when your accident occurred, making it one and the same. Full health, how nice. Tell us about the accident. Yeah, I was riding in that car with my sister. We were, like, on our way home. I was riding in the passenger seat when I fell asleep. And then, it happened. At the time, I grabbed for my purse and escaped from the passenger side door. And your sister? I, like, couldn't do anything. The car was full of smoke. I couldn't see anything. Oh, I'm sorry. Did Dr. Gray really cause that accident by drugging your sister with sleeping pills? Like, he was totally out to get my sister. He totally did that to, like, pay my sister back. I wonder. This does give Innie a good reason to want to murder Dr. Gray. That is true. Ha ha ha, it seems simple, doesn't it? What do you mean? But it would be very hard to catch me. Actually, I'd say impossible. What? I think you get the picture. I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie. I hope you enjoy it. She stopped saying like. Ha ha ha. What? What does she mean? Well, okay then. Let's go find somebody else to talk to. Looks like something's up. Stop! Stop! Leave my mother alone! Ow! Hey, hold on. Okay, pal. I'm not gonna hurt... Pearl, dear. It is perfectly alright. I will be out for a short while with this young man. Mother, please let me go too. No, you must stay here and protect the manor. But... Aw, don't make that face. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll show you something cool. Here, look. It's a real piss, detective. Do not upset me further. Her hair did seem a lot longer in the flashback. I agree with that. I still very much have the theory that it's the little sister died, so the big sister wants revenge for basically the attack on her life that killed her sister. Ah, sorry. Poor Gumshoe, being dragged off by the air like that by Morgan. Ow. Mother. Okay. Mother. This has never happened before. Pearls? Mr. Nick! I have a really bad feeling that I can't shake. I think something really bad is going to happen. I'm scared. I'm really scared, Mr. Nick. Say something, Phoenix. Anything. I'm terrible at this. Okay then. Mr. Nick, what about Mystic Maya? She'll be alright. I think I've gathered enough evidence. Mystic Maya, she must feel all alone. Please, Mr. Nick, go visit her. Okay, yeah, but I can't just leave you here all alone either. I'll be fine. Please, Mystic Maya needs you by her side. Her stare is really piercing. She is so cute. We'll go visit Maya. Dough time again. Good. You kept me waiting, Phoenix. Oh, Mia! Mia! So, how are the preparations? I think I have enough evidence and information now. I think. Everything will be on your shoulders tomorrow. Whether Maya is found guilty or innocent, it's a heavy weight to bear. Well, on that note. If memory serves, Mia had a few psych locks of her own. Mia, I'm ready to unlock the last piece of information I need now. Sure. I welcome you to try. I do not remember what I... Come on, Phoenix. We don't have time to be looking at things like this. We need to find out everything we can for the trial tomorrow. I'm trying to get your Cyclops. Okay, let's talk first then. Mia. Yes? Mia, you know something, don't you? About the real murderer, I mean. There we go. That's a lot of locks. Why, do you think so? It's really trying at times to be able to see other people's secrets. It looks like it's time for you to explain your reasoning. Yeah, a battle of wits against Mia. Gulp. Let's continue to... There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes. Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around in front of the room after the channeling started, which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think, in any case. But Maya's already said there wasn't anyone else in there. Close box. That's true. But if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beach whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling? This case is all about spirit channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor, Mystic Amy Faye, acquired. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Amy was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because, you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Korean sacred urn. It usually sits in the winding way and has her name written on it. Yeah, about that. Aw, come on, Phoenix. It's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Okay, let's go into the... There we go. Now we can do it, because we've actually seen the locks. There's 3 of them, though. The murderer. Phoenix. You think I'm hiding information about someone from you, isn't that right? Yes. Alright then. Tell me who you think I'm protecting. Who would she be protecting? We know everything about Pearl. Welcome back. We're trying to open some locks. She wouldn't know anything about any of those people. Would it be about her, about Morgan? Morgan Faye, of course. There's no one else you would protect like this, Mia. There we go. Well done, but while the murder was being committed, my aunt was outside with everyone else. Which means she already has an alibi. That's true. Show me some evidence that would cast suspicion onto my aunt. Would she be one of the only people to know about the incinerator? I'm just gonna go with it. The proof is this piece of cloth. I found it in the incinerator near the winding way. Could Morgan have helped the minis? I'm calling them the minis just because that's easier. Could she have been like in the know about everything, so told them where to go and put the stuff? It's the same material as Maya's costume except for the splotch of blood. You mean it's from Maya's costume that she was wearing at the time of the murder? Yes. But when Maya was arrested, she was wearing her costume. That just means someone changed her clothes. Changed her clothes? But why? I don't know why. But there is only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. What's that look mean? Your argument is too flimsy. Huh? You have no proof that this piece of cloth is actually from Maya's costume. But this blood. And do you know whose blood that is at this point in time? You don't, do you? Do you have any proof that piece of cloth is from Maya's costume? Oh, it was found in the incinerator with the key. I think this is the proof you're looking for. The key to the channeling chamber, huh? At the beginning of the channeling, Maya had possession of this key. And yet, somehow it magically ended up in the incinerator in the center garden. You're right. And this is what Maya told me. While I was channeling, the key was sitting inside my sleeve. And both this key and the piece of cloth were found inside the incinerator. Which means that this piece of cloth was a part of Maya's costume. It would certainly seem that way. Someone changed her into a different set of clothes, and then burnt the costume she was wearing in the incinerator. There's only one person who could have done that. The one person who was taking care of Maya. My aunt. Oh yeah, because she was like in the room while we got the police called. That was it. Exactly. You did very well, Phoenix. Thank you. As long as you have those 2 pieces of evidence, you can cast suspicion on my aunt. However, like I said in the beginning, my aunt has an alibi. Yeah, she was with us the whole time. Here's my final question. You don't have to present solid proof of this for me. But I want to know, if my aunt is the culprit, then how did she commit the murder? How she did it, huh? I want to hear your thoughts. In order for my aunt to murder Dr. Gray, who or what did she need? She needed somebody, because she wasn't there, so it's gonna be somebody. And Lotta was with us as well, so I'm gonna go with Innie. Just because that also lines up with my theory that she did the actual killing. Innie Minnie. She's the answer to the final question. Which means that my aunt and Innie Minnie were in cahoots. There we go. Did we solve it? Something's been bothering me all this time. This crime is something no normal person could carry out. The person would have to know a lot about Fay Manor and the village itself to do this. But Morgan already has an alibi. Yes, which is why I can't figure out how it was done. We can assume that Innie Minnie is involved somehow. But we have one big problem on our hands. A problem? With what? We don't have a motive. Why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? Why would she have to? Also, we don't really know for sure that she was cooperating with Innie. Mia doesn't have a clue either, huh? Then there is only one possibility. Huh? Think about it, Phoenix. Why would my aunt do something like this? And why would she do it in such an underhanded fashion? Because Mother, she's the one who holds the key to this. Oh! It's something to do with Misty. Mother? Whose? Mine? Don't be silly. Mine, of course. Misty Fay. Mia and Maya's mother. Why would she bring her up now? Now then. Looks like we've gathered everything we could. All we have to do is win tomorrow. Everything will become apparent then. Right, Chief. We won't lose. What has this all got to do with Misty? June 22nd, 9:51 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby. Number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18, just like me? We heard. Yeah? Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all that you've gone through. Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Aw, Pearly. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah? Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Huh? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Aw, Pearl. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Honey, no. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? This way Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? We are gonna blame her mother. June 22nd, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with a great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, the foolish. All the ways to say somebody's a fool. Let's go. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago at the age of 13. Oh yeah, she has a whip. I forgot. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. The defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Okay, so, before we go into this, I'm gonna have a massive theory. Well, it's already basically the theory I've been saying the whole time, but I'm gonna have to summarize it for myself so we can go into this. I think Innie, well, technically Minnie, disguised as Innie in clothes that are similar to Maya's, hid in the clothes box and shot from there. Or it's actually Innie and it's still Minnie that died. But while Maya was channeling... No, because she wasn't channeling, that's the whole point. Because she was having a nap. Because she had dreams. So yeah, I think it was Innie... Well, Minnie dressed as Innie, dressed as Maya. Weird. Foolish fool for foolishly forgetting Francisca's foolish ways. Say that 10 times fast. God. Tongue twister galore here. So yeah, Innie... Well, Minnie, who has been masquerading as Innie since the accident, now masquerading as Maya, shooting Dr. Gray and then hiding again in the clothes thing. And Morgan is helping at left, right, and center because Dr. Gray either helped him or Dr. Gray either like did something to Misty or is hiding Misty, I'm guessing. So that's like Morgan's logic. Why Innie has done it, it's definitely clear, but why Morgan has helped. No, exactly. So I'm thinking Mimi is alive because the picture shows like this. One of the pictures, let's find it. That looks like Mimi. So I'm gonna guess that is Mimi, who then fell down, and Morgan basically switched the two around again, and Mimi hid Maya in the trunk in the back. I think something like that. Okay. Something like that. I feel like whenever I go into like the final trial in this game, whenever we go into the trial, I'm like, I'm almost there, but then there's always some little bits where I'm like, oh, I had not thought of that, or I didn't remember that. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. You now have tea and muffins, ready for the rest of the show. I approve. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. I do love Morgan's hair. I don't like her, but her hair is awesome. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Ah, I don't think anyone really cares. Dude! Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is. Yes, that is. You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Oh! I have another reason why Morgan, at least... I don't know why Morgan would want Dr. Gray dead, but I might have the logic why Morgan wants to pin it on Maya. Because if Maya is out of the picture, her kid Pearl would become the master. Because there is then no longer a direct descendant from Misty, so her, like, branch of the family would become the master branch of the family again. And she keeps saying about how gifted Pearl is, so she would want... Or either she would become the master if Maya's out of the picture, or her kid Pearl would become the master, I think. I think that's at least why she's, like, willing to help free Maya. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. I love the close-up. Order. Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Looks like it. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshot, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Uh-huh. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. Dude! However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Miss Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshot, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for their riot. In any case, I have already sent a repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and the camera woman may be in danger. Is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she? Oh, this witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then, quite suddenly, she thrust me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Crumbs everywhere. Of your muffins. Ah. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time? The only drawback of eating baked goods. Fair. Happy? Witness elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. Dude, that was too easy. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. She has some good hair, yeah. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly what we should be. Be quiet, you. It's really big, yeah. Now then, what the escapee has done was she has gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Probably a while. Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Oh, they're in on it. That's why they're having this story, like, perfectly lined up. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Miney. I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's, like, I guess most people call it occult stuff? Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. Yeah, would be nice. After the murder. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was, like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Miss Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Miney. She was the nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah. I feel like... Have we seen her eyes open at any point? Because I feel like that's gonna have to, like, show some stuff in that once she opens her eyes, maybe it's, like, the same eyes as her sister, kind of thing. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Innie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. Who's Little Bo? We can do it, Phoenix. Oh, from, yeah. The little bow. Yeah, it is. I agree. Let's find out one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination revealed the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. God. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Time to press everything. Like when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I like think there were sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 AM? Something like that, I think? 11 AM? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I mean, what time was it when that someone came into your room? Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it? Dude. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... Huh? That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the side room. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Dude! First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Minnie? I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult, but I, like, know all about the Crane channeling technique? And the point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? No, we're gonna go on. Tell us. Why do you know? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. That is my job. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? I agree. Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt like when she saw her sister, is it really that important? I feel like it's important because even if she was even if she knew that they were going to channel her sister, it would still be surprising that her sister would turn up. Like, how did she know her sister would be in the side room? Like, that is still more confusing than, like, happy-inducing, I'd say. So I think it's important. Let's find out. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked totally like normal. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Her costume looked normal? Not at all covered in blood? Because if this is like how she looked when she then went to meet up with... Like if this is when she fainted and then hit Morgan over the head and left, that does not look normal in my mind. Do we need to present that, or can we press on it? Give it a sec. So, there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Huh? Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish seed for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. The word fool has lost all meaning. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask here? Don't bother asking. We know the story. I did just hear the story. It's not like my memory is that bad. Actually, the defense is fine and does not need to hear the story again. Very well. You may continue your testimony, Miss Minnie. I know there has to be something I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. It's the fact that she said that her yeah, we're gonna present the picture, because I don't think that costume looked normal. I'm sorry. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Minnie. Huh? What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my line now, are you, Phoenix? Miss Minnie, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Minnie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Miss Minnie, what is the meaning of this? Miss Minnie? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. We have the eyes. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? Oh, well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I, like, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Okay. Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramp. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No. Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. After murder part 2, Electric Boogaloo. like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. I don't think it was that dark. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Why? Like, okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. Yeah. Agreed. So, like, the costume is, like, purple red. The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. How did she know what happened? And what was your sister, Miss Minnie, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber? Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so? I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you... Oh, wait a minute. If she was going back to the crime scene, they should have seen Pearl. This is the whole thing about that. Pearl was... Good luck. Pearl was in, like, the road, the walkway between the side room and the channeling chamber, so they should have seen Pearl walking back to the crime scene. So it's like, did she see anything weird when she was going to the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. We're trying to look for Pearl. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important because Pearl was there. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. I know. Pearl. Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. But Pearl was there. Pearl was there. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that? Oh, God. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. But what sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Because she was putting... This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot, what is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn? Yeah, why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? Because we are, honey. This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah, and Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? No, she was not sleeping in the side room. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? Yeah, exactly. She knew that Miss Morgan was in the channeling chamber. If she was in the side room, she could not have known because she was not have walked through the walkway before the police arrived, basically. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? In the channeling room. Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Minnie. So now it's a time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. She was in the channeling chamber behind the thing in the box, in the clothes box. Where was the witness? Oh, I accidentally pressed that. She was in the channeling chamber. Miss Minnie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Minnie was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's why that is... Why? Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the screen. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ha! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. That hat has seen better days. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. The clothing box. There we go. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, with some evidence. I'm gonna assume with the clothing box itself, because there's a hole in it, and now I present a piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Yeah, because there's a bullet hole in it. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This? What on earth? Ugh. I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Order. Oh god. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. You are sweating bullets, honey. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all that preparation, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Oh god. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from Turan Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. Morgan Fey. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? God, she is not doing well. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Oh god. Oh my god. So many flashing images there. It does seem like the judge has a crush on Morgan Fay, doesn't it? She was the wonderful lady earlier anyway. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she jugged Maya Fay with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happens. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the loss of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fay. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. There's a part 2 to this trial, so... Ha! Ahahaha. Who's that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah, oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? God. What is it this time? Miss Von Karma. Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Oh, we still need to prove the sisters. That's it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act, what reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Well, we did just... Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Ah, motive? I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is... the car accident. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because throughout that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? Hey, you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Gramps. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like, that guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? You failed to support your own theory. I didn't lose points, though. The end. I think we have our answer. Mr. Phoenix, Wright? That Miss Miney has stated it's very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? You should really learn your place. Ah. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. We were so close. Hee hee. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Innie Minnie. What? Hold it. There we go. Your Honor, please allow the defense 1 more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in his fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Minnie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Can I? I'm gonna have to, don't I? Yeah, I can. I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on now, no matter what. Exactly, that's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Ha ha ha, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Fake it till you make it, yeah, exactly. Interesting. Did she just whip her own witness? I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? And who are you to give me the chance? What? You're supposed to be on my side. Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec. There we go. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Thank you. So, to prove that she has no motive, she's now gonna have to be on the side of that he didn't kill her sister. Which is interesting to see. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There is no way Innie could have killed Dr. Ray by herself. I still can't figure out exactly, apart from like the idea of getting Maya out of the way, I can't figure out exactly like how these two met up to make this pact. Like where did Morgan really come into this? And under the circumstances, there is no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt? Everything is going just as I predicted. Mr. Phoenix, Wright. There. Oh. Ah, Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing here? Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick has nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Yeah, us, please. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection, and that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. That was, last year in May. Something really bad had happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right, now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Minnie's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Time to do some pressing everything. Ooh. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was May 2nd. And our accident was on the 24th? 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was totally tired, so that's why, duh. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correctly? Correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? I heard it was cause the medicines, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Miney? No way. Dr. Gray, wanted to blame it on my sis? That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Miney's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, it really wasn't my sis. And the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. She was totally tired. Do you mean exhausted? She had to talk to the police and, was being investigated, every day. It was, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True. Ah, but I don't have a driver's license? But you do. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Okay, anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. I like woke up because of a jolt and it was like a sea of flames around me. I like opened the door and like got away. I like didn't have my license, so like I couldn't take over driving for her. You did have a license, honey. I know you did. I'm assuming that's the next step. I could press arrest, but I feel like this was the important bit. Miss Minnie, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Minnie? That's right. Yeah, I had like a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was pervert? Ouch. No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix, right? What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! Cry and my whip will accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it. But, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Yeah, don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the ow! Miss Minnie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because... I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Minnie, if you please. Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. Why wouldn't you be allowed? Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. She may have bad eyesight. I feel like... No. Because then we would have gotten different... we would have gotten earlier hints of that, I feel. Because we would have had to prove that she has bad eyesight. Like with the glasses in an earlier case. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. Not a bright red sports car. No, a bright red car for sports. Dude does not know his cars, does he? I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... I wouldn't be allowed. So let's just cross-examine everything. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. So what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things? I think that's what they're called. Yes. Permit? Whoa, the big-name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah. Ask all the questions, yeah. Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? All she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? My sis was like this totally big fan of cars. Like, and like really valued them. She valued cars. How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at like a drop of rain. And like, she would notice if someone like touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage ever? I can always press harder, can't I? Why did she take such a special care of the car? How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I love how she switches between, like, the girl that goes like, with, like, her hands dancing, and then she flips her, like, she opens her eyes, does the hat thing, and just starts talking like a normal human being. I would think that cars getting dirty is just another fact of life, but, like, not really a normal human being, but just she drops, like, the complete airhead, act in one go, and then immediately goes back, and it's like, you have to accept it. I've now started saying like too much. My brain has lost all meaning of that word. I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Minnie, what kind of car was it? She like had just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. Okay. More dough to be needed, or just baking the actual bread now? Because at this point, it was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? Dude! It was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes. Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Sigh. Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Minnie, will you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a look, because there must be... Oh, I forgot to read these articles. Late last night, two women's car crashed into highway center drive. One woman was not able to escape. The flame wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation field, the driver was falling asleep at the wheel. I was like totally tired and dropped off to sleep. Then there was his crash, and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. I don't like remember anything else. If Miss Minnie is to be believed, the one driving the car was her sister. Maybe Minnie was a nurse at Grey Surgical Clinic where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to their death. Is it? Wait. Open the right door. If this is a UK car, that's where the driving should be. If she was driving. Wait. If it was a special model from England, the steering wheel would be on the right side, which means that opening the right door would be the fact that she would then be driving. And if we then go back to the idea that the sister switched, it is indeed correct that Minnie would be driving her special new car, but it was the driver that got out, not the passenger. I feel like I need to present that fact. Miss Minnie, do you remember this article? Welcome back. We just had a big... I'm in the correct like stance of this. I'm getting it. I'm still confused by some bits, but some bits the car stuff makes sense to me. Considering they were this focused on the car, there must be something on the car somewhere. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver is on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Minnie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car, but if you were sitting there, Then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah! Order in the court. Order! Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Innie said the person who was driving was her older sister, Miney. That is what Innie said, yes, but but this is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Innie or Mimi, who was really driving that night? I'm gonna say that it was... If she was that adamant, it would have been Mimi that was driving, which then goes with my logic of the sister switched. Or like Mimi survived and pretended to be Innie. Because that's like the whole thing with the car being the wrong way around. She could get away with that. She could get away with the excuse, like, basically, because the car is totally lost, so nobody can see the car anymore. So to then go, I'm getting out the right side because that's the passenger side, and Mimi would be driving, so now Mimi would be driving. To answer is the one person who had her driving license, Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? There we go. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name. This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Mimi Faye. Minnie. That's gonna take a lot of help if I'm wrong. Miney, that is your real name. I figured it out. Of all the foolish dribble. If that's correct, I figured it out a lot earlier than I've ever figured out any of these cases, I feel. Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had several severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. But Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site, that was the body of the real Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Miney? That poor hat. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Innie. With this, she effectively erased Miney from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Miney was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the death. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. What? Well, Miss Innie. I mean, Miss Von Karma. Why do you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? There we go. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Miney. I feel like we're gonna find that out now, hopefully. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of... I'm gonna assume this. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Innie has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult, I hate it. I hate it all. But why did Morgan help? I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Minnie choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma. It is good, I like it. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Yeah, ow! Ah! Anybody? And one more for good measure. Phoenix? Hang in there, Phoenix. Phoenix! This court is a fraud, a sham. Now then, it looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. I feel like if the prosecutor beats the lawyer for the defense into unconsciousness, the prosecutor should be prosecuted themselves. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Definitely overreacting. That is all. This court is adjourned. I still don't get... Is that going to be in like the next case or something? They're going to explain the convoluted plan / Morgan's... how she got involved. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? Ah. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis? In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent. I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in. A long time ago. That's right. Aww. There is still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Minnie had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out for another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. That is fair. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't you just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... I don't know. I'm still confused about that. Am I right in thinking that it was because of, like... Is it because she wanted either herself or Pearl to become the new master? Was I right in that guess? It was purely a guess from my point of view, but I'm gonna say it's because of Pearl. Pearly? Yeah, I think to help Pearl. 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and what would happen then? It is the kindest, yeah. The Branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Yeah, because that's the whole thing. Morgan should be the main family, but she isn't. She's too weak. But her kid does have strong powers, so it's like she would want Pearl to be. Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Huh? Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Aw. Poor Maya. Date and time unknown. What? My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Okay. I don't think it's the end yet. The brand new episode has been added. This is sad. I miss our husband too. So that is the end of the case. Like with all the other cases, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the intro to the new case, and then that will be the end of the stream. So let's see what we're gonna get into next time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. The world's greatest magician. The one, the only, Maximilian Galactica. Who has just flown off. Liking the music. He disappeared. Was that the plan? Turnabout bit top. December 26th, 8:12 p.m. Berry Big Circus, circus entrance. He is dramatic. I like it too. I'm excited for the next one. Either he died or he disappeared. But we'll find out next time. So, thank you for joining me. I will be back. Yeah, Burrow is still here. I mean, she has to be for the storyline with Morgan to continue based on that cliffhanger. I will be back tomorrow with my regularly scheduled stream. I don't know yet what I'll be playing, but I will be back. I also don't know yet when my next Ace Attorney stream is, but I'm excited for the next case, so I hope to see you then. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Otherwise, see you later. Bye-bye!